I often ask clients, I said, well, how do you want to be remembered? If you're no longer here and suddenly your partner is in financial difficulties, how do you want to be remembered? You know. Hello, Kedris. And to the viewers out there, I'd like to introduce myself. My name's James Heidema. I've been in the financial services industry for almost 40 years now, and I started out as a financial advisor and then a manager of advisors, and then I was responsible for training and development with the largest insurance company in Canada. And I've certainly done a lot of training around the world. I've trained in excess of 175,000 people in about 55% of the world, where I've picked up best practices. And I've written 9 books in 11 languages about the industry. And so I have a fairly deep understanding of financial services and the products in financial services.
Okay, thank you.
And it's my
And
pleasure. It's my pleasure to spend some time with you, Gedris.
thank you, James. Why should people have life insurance when they are married or in a relationship or have children? What about
Well, that's
one?
a really good question. I'm married. I'm now a grandfather, so I've got 4 grandchildren and uh, two sons and daughter-in-laws and all of that. And I've had insurance for most of my life, amongst other assets. And when you are married, whether you have children or not, you have a responsibility to your partner. Often in that marriage vow is in sickness and death until death does us part, yada, yada, yada. So as a mature, responsible individual, I care about my wife and I care about what would happen to her if I were no longer here. Meaning that we're building a lifestyle between the two of us of how we live our life, where we live our life, how we travel, all of that. And that's dependent upon the contribution that both of us make to that marriage financially. And if you withdraw one of those contributions, of course, the lifestyle will change. And so I often ask clients, I said, well, how do you want to be remembered? If you're no longer here and suddenly your partner is in financial difficulties, how do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as the individual that was responsible, that made good decisions? Then life insurance should be part of your plan. Every couple should own life insurance, regardless of children or not, because they have that commitment to each other. And, when you sit down with a client and you talk about how much they care about their partner, and God forbid something were to happen to them, what would they want to have happen? The mature, responsible individuals say, I want my partner to be okay financially. I don't want them to be forced to live with their parents or depend on government or hands out or live on the street. Because I have been there as a financial advisor. I've delivered checks to families when the husband or the wife has passed away. And sometimes they're significant checks and they allow the individual to carry on with their life. And sometimes they're minor checks and drastic changes are required. So I think that part of a financial plan for any couple, they should include some level of insurance to allow that period of mourning. And that's the gift that you're giving your partner if you die too soon. You're giving them enough time to mourn and not worry about the bills. And that's the place for life insurance.
Okay, thank you, James.
I've been in the business for a long time, and I think it's really important that people understand that people don't plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And good planning is where you make good decisions. And there is some sacrifice involved. Obviously, you're earning a certain amount of money and you're going to take a portion of that and set it aside. That does sort of have some effect on how you live your life. But what it will give you, if you can adopt these behaviors of saving and investing in insurance and be disciplined and continue with them, it will give you the choices and dignity that you deserve as a human being. Failure to do those things will cause you difficulties without question, because all of us have had our cars break down. All of us have had unexpected expenses because of situation or health or whatever. Just put you in the best possible position, and you deserve that. But it does require some discipline on the part of the client.